What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Mark here, and I want to share with you a little Solana talk, okay? Because right now, all the steam seems to be surrounding ETFs, Ethereum ETFs going live. We've had the Bitcoin ETFs a little earlier in the year, and we can couple that with the bullishness with the presidential election that's going to come about this fall. But the biggest thing that we have going right now is what's next, right? We've had Bitcoin, we've had Ethereum. What will be the next crypto that will get their ETF? And right here, right now, all bets are on Solana. So I want to share with you guys a little bit of this because we did see some price impact on the charts. I'll let you guys know where Solana is at in my head, and we'll get into this article as well as a little bit going on with the chart. But before we do, make sure you guys all subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. We do talk Solana pretty much every single day right here on this space. So welcome. And for those of you that are returning, appreciate you guys, and let's get down into it, okay? So I do want to preface this all by saying this is not financial advice, but the big headline here is that Solana has dipped almost 8% after some very interesting statements from BlackRock that were pretty much definite. And that's kind of where we're at. So I want to break that all down. So let's get into it. But first, I do want to share with you guys what's going on in the market. Please remember, not financial advice. Always do your own research and due diligence. But this is kind of where Solana's at, down 5.1%. I remember I was out to dinner the other night, and I got an alert from Coinbase stating that Solana was at a new yearly high. So that was very, very a good kind of alert to get. A lot of times it's somebody died or somebody is retiring or some sports update. But whenever you get an alert saying Solana is at a new yearly high, that is absolutely phenomenal. So that's where we hit $201 back in March. So it wasn't a yearly high, but it was something where I can't remember. It was a time period, and that was the high that we were on. But still, nonetheless, up 640% on the year. And that's a fantastic thing to talk about because we've moved up 4 spots in total market cap. And not just that, but I will never forget this, and you guys can go back on my page and find the video, but I did talk a lot about Solana when they were about $25. And when Solana was dropping below $25, I pretty much made a video saying way too cheap. And I think that was the title, actually, where I can't even tell you how many people in the comments were destroying that video because they were saying, oh, Solana is going to go to zero. I can't believe you invested in this VC bullcrap. And then all of a sudden, we have Solana meme coins explode, and Solana went from a whopping $20 to $25 range when we called it to now they're sitting at $177 with a yearly high of 201. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but Solana has been very, very good this year. Very good to me. Obviously, if you guys are watching this, you probably own Solana as well. So hopefully you guys were around for that wave, and congratulations, because a lot of people did bail and leave the Soul Train. So pun intended. But anyways, back into it. I want to talk about this news. Like I was telling you earlier, market's pretty much red. No real big movers one way or the other. But the other thing to note is kind of this Solana dip. Okay, so I know we're back a little bit, but it dipped immediately 7.5%. So that kind of illustrates how volatile crypto can be. Okay, but this was after BlackRock rolled out the immediate ETF launch. Now, just to segue into some volatility, I do want to share with you guys a little bit about today's channel sponsor. This is Margex. If you do like volatility, you trade on leverage, this is a great platform for you. This is my sponsored video where if you guys want to sign up with Margex, there is a link down below. You click that link, you can register and claim up to $10,000 in bonuses just by using that link. But it gets better. The best thing about Margex is they do have a copy trading feature. And within that feature, you can copy users that are on the top of that leaderboard that have been making extreme ROE. Some at one point were up 2,000%, and basically copy each and every one of their moves. So it takes the guesswork out of it. There's no KYC. In Margex, I know from a lot of feedback that I've been getting, I think I have well north of 30 people that are signed up for Margex that I can see. I just get an alert every time somebody signs up. But within that being said, that is where you get a lot of good feedback, where people were making a lot of gains trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of their favorite cryptos up to 100x leverage using Margex. So make sure you guys do your research and due diligence. And if you want to get signed up with Margex, start trading today. Links down below. Okay, but back into the Solana talk. In the last 24 hours after that BlackRock kind of, I guess you would say, announcement, the actual quote was Samara Cohen discussing the iShares Ethereum Trust expects that we'll see an allocation of ETFs in the model portfolios by the end of the year and into 2025. Now, noting that the lack of interest in Solana, despite the increase in the allocation of crypto ETFs in these model portfolios by the end of 2025. So Cohen, which is most importantly, recognized as the BlackRock CIO of ETF and index investments. So if you're going to get an announcement, it's going to come from her. Okay. So that's kind of what we have going on. You can see basically that announcement triggered a sell-off, which we saw the upward trajectory with Solana, which if you can't see my mouse, that we had back at July 15th, roughly, all the way up into where we are at right here, right now. And this circle is kind of highlighting these two very steep red candles that very, very sharply we fell off into the red. Now, is this dip going to get bought up? Probably. There's a good chance. But as always, we don't have that crystal ball in crypto, so nobody truly, really knows. But I do think Solana was this close to breaking through the $200 level before this all happened. We reversed, and then we lost 7.5% of the value. And that was most evident where, if you do use TA, we did get above that 0.786 Fibonacci resistance, but then all of a sudden, boom, right down below it, and then all of a sudden 180 was where we kind of settled off. And as we look at where we're currently at right now with Solana on the chart, we're at 177. So like I said, we did buy back a little bit. That reversal has reversed again. And now what the big thing to talk about is, will this ever happen? So that this news kind of shutting down the bullishness, the immediate bullishness, I should say, is what kind of happened within the last 3 weeks. But nonetheless, within what we look at, I guess you would say from this ETF status, it's a mixed review. It's a glass half full for me. Okay. I think that I kind of piggyback off of Cohen's comments that the recent outflows of the Ethereum ETFs are due to investors seeking maximum access points. Okay. So that's why we saw the trading volumes reflected that Ether accounted for about 40% of new assets, but 25% of the trading volume because outflows were from proxy investment vehicles. So that kind of sums it all up. I don't really like the ETFs in terms of where I'm at. That's just my take. You guys can think whatever you want. Just because I didn't really like what happened, and I knew it was going to happen. We'd get all this steam, all this buildup, boom, the market's exploding. And then all of a sudden, the institutions, the big money players, market manipulation at its finest, and we sold off. So we saw that with Bitcoin, we saw that with Ethereum, and Solana in its own right is a very volatile crypto, just without ETFs. Add into that, add in some more interest. Will that stabilize Solana a little bit more, or will it just create more volatility? That would be my number one question if we do ever get to the Solana ETFs. But Cohen shutting down that talk. BlackRock will not be getting a Solana ETF. That is kind of why we came here to talk about ruling out this immediate ETF launch. It could happen, but right now we won't see that in this current day. So appreciate you guys watching. We have a lot of stuff coming. This is a very heightened time for crypto. I believe that as we get closer to the presidential election, things are really going to start to pick up steam. But I wanted to share with you guys kind of my thoughts on this matter. Appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, make sure you all subscribe, though, on your way out. We do talk Solana quite a bit here on the channel. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.